Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel, where today we're diving deep into the world of Linux. But not just any Linux, we're talking about Kali Linux and how it stacks up against a whole bunch of other popular distros. Choosing the right Linux distribution can be like trying to pick a new graphics card. There are so many options with different strengths and weaknesses, it can feel completely overwhelming. But don't worry, in this video, we're going to break down what makes each distro unique and help you figure out which one is the perfect fit for your specific needs. Whether you're a seasoned Linux pro, a curious beginner, or just someone who wants to explore the open source world a little bit, stick around, and by the end of this video you'll know exactly which distro deserves a spot on your hard drive. If you are using Linux as a hobby or for personal projects, then almost any Linux distro will work. Stick to the most popular distros, as you will be better supported if you need help. 1. Linux Mint 2, Ubuntu 3, Debian 4. Mageia 1, Fedora 2, openSUSE 3, Arch Linux 4, CentOS, AlmaLinux, Rocky Linux 5, PCLinuxOS 6, Slackware. Alright, first up, let's talk about the Kali Linux. If you are new to Linux or looking for a general-purpose desktop distro, do not use Kali Linux. Kali is a very specialized Linux distribution. It doesn't work like any of the other distros listed above. If you're only interested in penetration testing, then Kali is for you. Now, Kali has earned a bit of a reputation, mostly because it comes preloaded with a veritable arsenal of penetration testing and cybersecurity tools. This makes it incredibly powerful in the right hands, like if you're a security professional or an aspiring ethical hacker, Kali is like a dream come true. It's constantly updated with the latest and greatest tools, so you're always equipped to handle the newest threats. But, and this is a big but, Kali is not your typical daily driver operating system. So, unless you're planning on doing some serious security testing, you're probably better off with a more general-purpose distro. Now, if you're new to the Linux world and just want something that just works right out of the box, you gotta check out Linux Mint. This distro is all about being user-friendly and approachable, even if you've never touched a command line in your life. One of the things that makes Mint so great is its familiar interface. It's designed to feel intuitive, especially if you're coming from a Windows or Mac background. Plus, it comes bundled with a ton of popular software pre-installed, so you can jump right into browsing the web, working on documents, or watching your favorite cat videos without having to spend hours hunting down software. And speaking of easy, Mint has a massive and super helpful community behind it. So if you ever run into any problems or just have a question, there's always someone there to help you out. Next up, we've got the undisputed heavyweight champion of the Linux world, Ubuntu. This distro needs no introduction. It's been one of the most popular Linux distributions for years, and for good reason. One of Ubuntu's biggest strengths is its massive software library. It's got an absolutely gargantuan repository of applications. So whether you're looking for productivity tools, creative software, or even games, chances are you'll find it in the Ubuntu repositories. And just like Mint, Ubuntu has a huge and incredibly active community. Now, all that popularity and user-friendliness does come at a bit of a cost. Ubuntu can be a little resource-heavy compared to some of the other distros out there. Chapter 4. Debian, the Rock of Stability. Alright, let's talk about Debian, the granddaddy of them all. This distro is all about stability and reliability. It's known for its incredibly rigorous testing process, so you can be sure that anything you install from the Debian repositories is going to be rock solid. This makes it an excellent choice for servers or any system where uptime is absolutely critical. Plus, Debian has a massive software repository that's packed with all sorts of applications. Now, the price you pay for all that stability is a slightly slower release cycle. But again, if stability and reliability are your top priorities, Debian is the way to go. Chapter 5. Mageia, the community champion. Now, if you're looking for a distro that's built by the community, for the community, look no further than Mageia. This distro is all about giving users a voice and empowering them to shape the future of the operating system. One of the things that makes Mageia stand out is its focus on user-friendliness. It's designed to be easy to install and use, even for Linux newcomers. Plus, it's got excellent hardware support, so chances are it'll work flawlessly with your particular setup. And because Mageia is community-driven, you can be sure that your feedback is valued and taken seriously. Chapter 6. Fedora, the Bleeding Edge. For all you early adopters and tech enthusiasts out there, let me introduce you to Fedora. This distro is all about pushing the boundaries of Linux and bringing you the latest and greatest features as soon as they're ready. Fedora is known for its incredibly fast release cycle. They push out new versions every 6 months or so, so you're always on the cutting edge of Linux development. Plus, Fedora places a strong emphasis on security. Now, that rapid release cycle does come with a minor downside. Those frequent updates can sometimes be a little disruptive, especially if you rely on your system for mission-critical work. Chapter 7. openSUSE, the Versatile Powerhouse. All right, let's talk about openSUSE, a distro that's known for its versatility and power. This distro is a favorite among developers and system administrators because it gives you the flexibility to do just about anything you can imagine. One of openSUSE's biggest strengths is its incredible range of tools. Plus, it's got a reputation for being incredibly stable and reliable, so you can trust it to handle even your most demanding tasks. And if you're new to openSUSE, don't worry. They've got a fantastic community that's always happy to help out. There's a bit of a learning curve, but trust me, it's well worth the effort. Chapter 8. ArchLinux, the DIY distro. Alright, now for all you hardcore Linux users out there, let's talk about ArchLinux. This distro is not for the faint of heart. It's known for its extreme customizability and its do-it-yourself approach to operating system installation and management. With Arch, you're not just installing an operating system, you're building it from the ground up. You get to choose exactly what goes into your system, so you can create the perfect Linux environment for your specific needs. And because Arch uses a rolling release model, you're always getting the latest software updates as soon as they're available. Now, that extreme customizability and rolling release model does come at a price. ArchLinux has a steep learning curve, and it's not for the faint of heart. Chapter 9. CentOS, AlmaLinux, and Rocky Linux, the Enterprise Trio. Now, if you're looking for a rock-solid, enterprise-grade Linux distribution, you've got a few great options to choose from: CentOS, AlmaLinux, and Rocky Linux. These distros are all about stability, security, and long-term support. They're all based on Red Hat Enterprise Linux, which is known for its incredibly long support lifecycle. Plus, these distros are designed with security in mind. They're not exactly designed for beginners, but if you're looking for a stable and secure foundation for your servers or critical infrastructure, you can't go wrong with CentOS, AlmaLinux, or Rocky Linux. Chapter 10, PCLinuxOS, the rolling release for everyone. All right, let's talk about PCLinuxOS, a distro that combines the user-friendliness of distros like Linux Mint with the rolling release model of ArchLinux. It's a great option for users who want the latest software without sacrificing ease of use. One of PCLinuxOS's biggest strengths is its focus on simplicity. It's designed to be easy to install, configure, and use, even if you're brand new to Linux. Plus, it comes with a ton of popular software pre-installed, so you can get up and running in no time. And because PCLinuxOS uses a rolling release model, you're always getting the latest software updates as soon as they're available. Chapter 11, Slackware, the Minimalist's Choice. And finally, for all you minimalists and tinkerers out there, let's talk about Slackware. This distro is known for its incredibly minimalistic approach and its focus on user control and customization. With Slackware, you get a bare-bones Linux system that you can then customize to your heart's content. It's like a blank canvas for Linux enthusiasts who want to build their perfect operating system from the ground up. And because Slackware is so lightweight, it's incredibly fast and responsive. Now, that minimalist approach and focus on user control does come at a price. Slackware is definitely not for beginners. So which distro will you choose? So, there you have it, folks. a whirlwind tour of the Linux distro landscape. We've covered everything from the security-focused Kali Linux to the minimalist Slackware and everything in between. Hopefully, this video has given you a better understanding of the different flavors of Linux and helped you narrow down your choices. Remember, the best Linux distribution for you is the one that best meets your specific needs and preferences. So what are you waiting for? Go out there, try out a few different distros and see which one you connect with.